It's just like, I feel like my anxiety like got the best of me before that session. Sorry if the background is noisy. I'm on my way to my 5th EMDR session. To be honest, it was supposed to be yesterday, but I called and made up an excuse as to why I needed to miss. I've just had a lot of anxiety around this particular experience that we're gonna be starting to work through today, and I just like, I don't know. And then it's like really hard to like go back and relive all this stuff. It's like whenever you've pushed it in the back of your mind and like tried to forget for so long, it's just so hard. It's like, no, to be honest, I don't want to go live through that again, like at all. Not one bit do I want to do it. So I called and I lied about something else I needed to do so that I wouldn't have to go. She called me back and we rescheduled for today. And I'm terrified. I don't want to go, but I'm going. And this is so hard. It affects me every day because I'm just like thinking about, I don't know. It's really exciting at the same time because I know that we worked through the first situation and all that. It's really awesome. It's great, but whenever you're thinking about it, you have to start from square one in each event. So it's like really hard. I don't even know why I'm saying all this. I guess just to say that if you're going through this stuff, you're not alone, and it really freaking sucks. That was brutal. So we just started the second incident, started working through it. We started it out just like we did the first incident, where I rate it. I like pictured it in my mind and I rate it from 0 to 10 on how disturbing it is, and today it was a 10. I think the first situation was a 9. I can't remember. I'll have to go back and look and see if I even mentioned that in the first video. But so I rated it, and then we chose a negative belief that I associated that situation with, and the negative belief that I chose was I'm powerless, powerless. And then I had to choose a positive belief that I would like to believe about that situation, and what we ended up choosing was hopeful. I'm hopeful. And so we just started, off with the main memory, picturing it in my mind, and I followed the light back and forth for the extended amount of time, and then stopped, took a deep breath, and then if I noticed anything else, I would tell her, which there were some definite key things that I noticed and described to her, such as like the color of, just the wall and like stuff like that. It's like important that you mention that stuff, because whenever it's dealing with like CPTSD or PTSD, there's certain things from your memories that you'll pick up on, like even if it's like the color of something or a certain sound or whatever, that can like trigger you. So I like mentioned all that stuff, and then each time we did it, I would like pick up on more stuff or remember more about the memory. A lot of just, you know, getting down to the bottom of certain feelings and stuff, and even just little things like what I'm feeling in the moment of doing the EMDR therapy. Like, I kept feeling like my throat, like some tightness in my throat, and then I'd like start crying, and that was very significant. And so like eventually towards the end of this experience, the end goal is to not feel disturbed about it anymore, to like process it, work through it, and to not feel like that tightness in my throat or like crying every single time I think about it. So anyways, obviously today was the first day of that, and I ended up remembering a few more things about that incident as well. So like I said in my last video, it's crazy how your brain, like whenever you take the time to go back and work through something and remember, it will pick up on other things that you didn't even realize were triggering you, you know? So anyways, so that was the 5th session. I'm obviously drained. I'm sorry. I'm looking super rough. I just want to thank y'all so much for coming along in this journey. It's going to be a long process, but I'm excited for the end result. And I'll see y'all in the 6th session coming up right in a second. Alright, I just pulled up to the counseling office. So this is going to be my 6th EMDR session. I just wanted to hop on here real quick and talk to y'all. I know that if you're watching this all the way from the beginning, that you saw how I was before the 5th session, which was very emotional because we started a new experience, started like diving into that and trying to work through that. And that was really difficult for me last week. It's just like, I feel like my anxiety like got the best of me before that session, but I feel a lot better now that I've already like started the process. So yeah, I just wanted to jump on here. I don't know why I keep saying hop on here, jump on here. I'm feeling a lot better today, obviously. I think that you'll be able to tell that if you watched all the way through, like I was saying. I'm excited to keep working through this experience. I hope that if you are looking for inspiration or the courage to go and do EMDR therapy yourself, or even just counseling in general, I hope that I'm inspiring anybody out there to do so. It is very frightening to think about reliving past traumas or anything of that nature, but I also think that it's necessary if you're going to move forward. And yeah, it's really hard though, and I totally get that. It's obviously there's a lot of feelings that can be brought back up whenever you're dealing with it and whatever. But anyways, so yeah, I'm gonna go in there and I will follow up with y'all after I come back out. And yeah. Okay, I just got out of my 6th EMDR session. That one was very, very good. It was a lot more focused on that same situation that we started working on last week, but a lot more on sensations, like body sensations, and like noticing that and trying to work through that. The main body sensation that I felt with this particular incident was just like tightness on my chest, kind of close to like my throat area, like right here. And so I was working through that, and it's just so crazy. Like, I tried to get her to explain it to me more, but I can't even put it into words. It's just crazy. Each time we would do it and then take a breath, it was just like the tightness would slowly go away each time we kept working through it, and it's really cool. And I kind of let my brain wander to where it needed to go to realize why I felt that and where I felt it, and like the nervousness and just whatever. And so yeah, it was a really enlightening session in that way, because this was the first experience where I actually felt like a body sensation. So that was interesting. We are not done with this situation yet, but I'm hoping that maybe in 2 more sessions I'll have worked through it. I'm really excited with the progress that I've made. And we also just kind of talked about some anxiety that I was having last week. Like I told y'all earlier, we talked more about that and what could have caused that and stemmed that. And I'm just really excited. And I just remembered this. I also wanted to mention that when I was in there, she was telling me about one of her clients that she had back in 2012, but it was a 70-year-old woman, and she came to do EMDR therapy and work through something that had happened to her when she was 4 years old. So if that doesn't tell you enough about like just experiences, like traumatic experiences in general, and how they affect you for your entire life, like I don't know what else will. So I cannot stress enough the importance of mental health and just like working through things that were traumatizing to you at a young age, or even at whatever age you are right now, because it's going to affect you in some way, shape, or form throughout your entire life and even into old age. But anyways, I thought that was interesting, and I'm really excited that I'm going now instead of whenever I'm 70. So, but anyways, thank y'all so much. I hope that you enjoyed coming along with me. I'm sorry that it was kind of intense at the beginning before the 5th session, but I promised myself that I would be open and vulnerable and raw and just share my experience honestly. And I hope that it will help people in the end. So yeah, thank y'all so much for watching. If you aren't already subscribed, go hit that subscribe button and like this video if you like seeing these. I guess I'll see y'all in the 7th and 8th session.